All right, so today I'm visiting the Canute Jail in Canute, Oklahoma. And let me see if I can read this to you. As told by a resident, Granny told me about the only man ever detained in the Canute Jail and remembers the day he was arrested in 1926. Her family lived across the street from the accused man and his wife and told me how he murdered his father-in-law Christmas morning. Wow. The husband was a brooding, jealous man who had a rage that always simmered beneath the surface of his face. He had not allowed his wife to leave the house while she was away, nor did he allow her to have visitors. Furthermore, very little grass grew in their yard, and upon returning home, the husband would promptly check the dirt outside the house for footprints. If he found any, he would beat his wife for disobeying him. The couple had an infant, and Granny told me that she and the other neighborhood children would stand on a tiny patch of grass that grew under one of the couple's windows so they could see the baby inside. The wife would open the window and let us see the baby through the screen, Granny told me. All of us little kids in the neighborhood wanted to see that baby naturally, but she never came out of the house. Then one day, the jealous man's fury erupted in a violent outburst. In a tragic maneuver of disobedience, the young wife had written to her father to come take her home for a Christmas visit. The woman's father and brother arrived Christmas morning and were speaking to her out in front of the house. That's when her husband came out, Granny said, and shot her daddy and killed him right there in the middle of the street. You could see the bullet holes in the house for years and years. Granny said her father witnessed the whole event. Dad was sitting in the window shelling peanuts. She recalled, I think Mama was going to make some candy or something because he had peanut shells all over the living room. Boy, we jumped up when all the shooting started, she exclaimed. It was pretty exciting. The sheriff arrested the accused man and put him in the Canute jail until he could be taken to the county seat for the trial. Eventually, the Canute jail and others like it were shut down. As Granny said, they'd put him in there and there was no bathroom, no running water, no nothing, so it was just left closed. Despite my great-grandfather's testimony of having witnessed the murder, the jury acquitted the man and he took his wife and moved to Kentucky. When Granny reflected on the rest of the events at Christmas, she said that her folks brought the young wife over to their house and she remembered the woman's sorrow. Granny paused for a moment, then quietly added, but we got to see that baby all over the place that day. Wow. Well, tragic story. Now let's go take a look at the jail. We'll just walk around the outside first. Now someone had suggested that this was moved from another location, but I don't think so, because the way it was built, concrete, I don't think that would have been possible. Window there. Pretty small. You see some, I wouldn't call it rebar, but something like that. It's like little pieces of metal, different things used in this to strengthen it up. So use whatever they had. Huge crack in it on this side. Yeah, they're gonna have to do something to preserve this before it completely falls apart. Look at that. To save the jail. All right, let me take a walk around the inside. And this is a historical landmark, and you are able to come and do this. Come visit it. Boy. I did make a video of this before. It was a silent video, but I wanted to come back and take a closer look. See if there's anything else I didn't see before. And there's your toilet. Not sure how deep they would have had to dig that. Maybe they didn't care. Maybe looking for something inscribed down here. Like some air vents. And they would separate it somewhat. There was probably more boards on here at one time, I don't know. But these doors just look awesome. Let's see if I can close this one. Yeah. Love that. Let's check the other side. This might be not bad. I thought it would be more difficult to open. You can see these hinges. A little darker over here. Yeah, you see it's cracked. Hopefully they can save it. These little bars in the windows. Now, of course, I don't think Karen was staying here. So yeah, you're gonna have people that have, you know, over the years just put their names in here. I was looking for things like inscribed maybe over the years. Of course, that'd be hard to tell because people are gonna, again, just come in and do their own thing over the years. So, who knows? Another one of those vents. And again, toilet. And that's what you had, just these two. And you can see the nails and stuff. So they had two separate spaces, two separate rooms, and that's it. And like the story says, there weren't that many people that were held here. I guess it really wasn't used that much. You can see where it's tied off right there, the metal, to strengthen it. Wow, it's crazy. Pretty creepy.